The objective of this lesson is to use the 5-number summary to build a box plot. This lesson will help students learn how to construct, to identify the sections of, and describe the attributes of a box plot. Let's take a look at a line plot showing the hours of sleep people get on a weeknight. In previous lessons, we have found the range of the data as well as the mean and the median of sets of data. Another way to represent data is by using a box plot, which is also called a box and whisker plot. Data that can be represented on a dot plot can also be represented as a box plot. To create a box and whisker plot, there is a 5-point summary of data that needs to be found. Let's go over the 5 points. First, we have the minimum. It is the smallest or lowest value in the data set and sometimes is referred to as the lower extreme. The minimum will be placed at the end of the far left whisker on the box plot. Next, we have first quartile, or sometimes referred to as quartile 1, or the lower quartile. Quartile 1 is the median of the lower half of the data set on the box plot. 1/4 of the data lies below the first quartile and 3/4 of the data lies above quartile 1. Third, we have the median. It is the data that is found in the exact middle of the data. Fourth, we have quartile 3. It is the median of the upper half of a data set. 1/4 of the data lies above the third quartile and the 3/4 lies below. Last, we have the maximum. It is the largest value in a data set. It is placed at the far end of the right whisker of the box plot. We can identify the range of data on the dot plot by locating the largest number and the smallest number. The whiskers on the box plot extend to indicate the range for the entire set of data. A box plot can be divided into 4 sections, with each section containing 25% of the data. Let's create a box plot from the data in the dot plot. First, we need to find the median of the data. To do this, we need to put all of the data points in numerical order. Then we can count off from each end until we reach the middle data point. The median for this set of data is 4 5/10. Next, we need to find the minimum or lower extreme and the maximum or upper extreme of the data set. The minimum is the smallest number in the data set, or 3. The maximum is the largest number of the data set, or 7. Now that we have found the median, the minimum, and the maximum, we need to find the upper and lower quartiles to complete the box plot. The lower quartile, or Q1, can be found by finding the median of the lower half of the data. The median of the lower section of data is 3 5/10. To find the upper quartile, or Q3, just like we did for the lower quartile, mark off a point from the upper extreme and the median. Start counting off on the first number to the right of the median. Do not include the median. The upper quartile, or Q3, is 5. We now have 5 points to construct the box plot. These 5 points are referred to as the 5-number summary. The lower extreme is 3, the Q1 is 3 5/10, the median is 4 5/10, the Q3 is 5, the upper extreme is 7. Looking at the box plot, we can see that although each section represents 1/4 or 25% of the data, it does not look like equal 1/4 sections. This is because the data points might be more clustered in one area and more spread out than another. The objective for this lesson was to use the 5-number summary to build a box plot. We met this objective by finding the 5-number summary from a line plot and then constructing the box plot. We learned that there is 25% of the data between each section.